YouTube? Man, it's been a minute. It's been like 2 months, man. But I'm coming at y'all this week with a good one. I think y'all gonna really enjoy this one. So, I've been in PT school now for almost 3 months. So, how hard is PT school? I'm gonna be honest, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I'm making it through, but I'll go ahead and break it down in this video. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all 5 big tips that I've learned throughout this first semester here in PT school, and hopefully it'll help y'all out throughout your journey. But first, before we get started, congratulations to everyone who just got recently accepted to PT school. That's a big achievement, and I know y'all are gonna do great. And if you haven't been accepted to PT school yet, come back and watch the video again when you have, so you can get this round of applause. All right, so let's hop right into it. Number 1, before you start the semester or anything, just go ahead and sit back, relax, enjoy your break or your summer, depending on when you're getting accepted, when you're going into PT school, because after that, you're gonna be doing studying for the next 2 to 4 years, depending on how long your program is. So just relax for a second, man. Like, sit back, smell the roses, be proud of all the work that you've put in so far to get to this point now. People have said, like, study over the summer, go ahead and get caught up on anatomy and phys. I mean, you can, but you're gonna hit that stuff again anyway as soon as you get there, because they want to make sure everyone's starting off on the same level and y'all know what's coming. So don't worry too much about that over the summer. Another thing that I did was don't stress yourself out. It's easy to say but hard to do. Basically what ends up happening is you're just worrying about what's going to happen because it's new. There's like, you have no experience with this. And there have been a lot of firsts in this past year for me, like personally. It was the first time that I moved away from home. It was the first time that I went ahead and leased an apartment by myself. First time I've gotten a credit card. It's the first time I've had to cook all my meals, because as an RA, I was able to go to the dining facility and eat. It's my first time being part of the military, so that was a whole different kind of world that I have to get adjusted to. And I've had to take my first couple practicals in PT school, so it's been a lot of firsts, man. So yeah, it can be really scary if you're looking at it from that like far away view and you see all these things that you have, these milestones that you have to hit and these tasks that you need to accomplish. But that leads straight into my second point, which is just take it week by week, man. That's all you can do, is take it week by week. Because if you overload and start thinking about months or this year, what do you got to do? It's too much. Your brain, literally, you can't process all the stuff that you have to get done. So just taking it week by week, that way you can focus on these little things at a time. And then before you know it, like already we're in April, and I feel like I just started PT school and I'm almost done with my first semester. So yeah, just week by week. I promise you that'll help so much. So number 3 would be just be grateful. You asked to be in this position, right? Like, you wanted to be a physical therapist. Well, this is a step in that process. So you just kind of got to go through it. If you really sit back and ask yourself, like, what would you be doing if you weren't in this circumstance right now? Like, what would you be doing instead? Me personally, over that summer, I was an Amazon driver, busting my ass, going house to house all day in like 90, 100 degrees. So, like, props to anyone who's an Amazon driver, because that's really hard work, man. But you kind of gotta pick your poison. You can either stay where you were at, or you can go through this change and keep developing. And also just be grateful that you get the opportunity to go through this experience. You were chosen for a reason, so they think that you're able to do this, so you should have that same confidence in yourself. Number 4, it depends is the answer to anything. You can always say it depends, man. That's just something that's come through PT school. They'll ask us certain questions and it's like, well, it depends on the patient. It depends on their severity of their symptoms, blah, blah, blah. So it's never just one solid answer, which is nice, but at the same time, it's like, there's not like a rule book. That's when that critical thinking comes in and you really gotta start developing that skill, but that'll just come with practice. Number 5 is find a good study group. I'm gonna recommend 4 to 5 people max, because after that, like, there's too many people, a lot of side conversations, and you can just start yapping and get off track. Versus that 4 to 5, there's enough people to where everyone might know something that you don't know, but it's also still focused. It's a focused group. You're able to fill in the blanks that you might be missing. And also you have the opportunity to try and teach someone else. So in the process of teaching someone, you're also solidifying the information to yourself, because you have to know it. You have to know it enough to be able to teach someone else. So it really does stick. And the third thing for like your study groups and everything is make mind maps. I did not do this at all in undergrad. We're using the whiteboards and just putting all the information on one big board so you could see everything at once. I was told this by my cell biology professor. She was like, go ahead and learn how to do mind maps correctly because you're gonna use this for any kind of like graduate program that you would get into. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever, bro. She doesn't know. Like, I just do this, I take the test, I'm good. No, it helps so much because this is stuff that you actually need to remember. So if you can go ahead and set those mind maps up and then you have those like pictures in your brain. So whenever you do need to come back and recall information, it's already there in like this big image on inside of your head. The last thing about those study groups is it's kind of sharing that suffering that you might have to go through, or that suffering that you're going through. So it helps keep you motivated when you see other people next to you that are going through the same thing that you're going through. You won't feel like you're going through the whole thing alone, you know? So yeah, that was a really quick video. I just wanted to get those things out there. Go ahead and make this material easily digestible for y'all. My last couple things would be like, it's gonna be a challenge, but if you just set your perspective right to think of it as a game. Like, life is a game. You're gonna always be facing continuously new challenges, whether that's school, whether that's growing up, like all kinds of things, relationships, and you facing those challenges are just gonna prepare you for bigger challenges in the future. It never stops, you just get more skilled. And if you didn't level up, you basically stay at the same level and you're a bot. You're a non-playable character, bro. You don't wanna be like that, come on now. If that analogy was bad, here's one. I'll go ahead and give y'all an introduction to PT school. You'll learn about Wolff's Law, which is basically the stresses that you put something under, it will slowly begin to adapt to where it can handle those stresses over time. So that's all I have for y'all this week. I really appreciate y'all coming and checking out the channel, consuming the content. If you found this useful or helpful in any kind of way, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll try to keep posting as frequently as I can. All right, love y'all. See you later.